Hi guys, it's Riley. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe, and let's get on with the video. It is 2020, so happy new year. I hope you guys had a good day yesterday. Today, this video is about Stephanie Sue and Choi because they responded to Nikocado Avocado's video that he made, and I feel like their responses are very interesting, and I want to give all sides to the story. I just don't want to give Stephanie's side or Nick's side to the story because obviously other people are now getting involved, like Zach and like Carly, because Nick kind of threw his friends under the bus, as I talked about in my previous video. So yesterday, Stephanie posted this on her story. It was a screenshot on her Instagram story. It says, "Why would you lie about something like this, Nick?" Yet he continued to bluntly lie in his video. Speak for me, Nikocado Avocado, and yes, I have actual receipts, not just text between gossiping friends. I don't know if Stephanie is going to make another video in response to Nick's video. I do think in the video I made yesterday, I did not see the situation in an open mind. Nick was talking about how Stephanie wanted to make a documentary about Veronica. I got a lot of comments calling me out about how she wanted to make a video with Veronica as a documentary and not behind Veronica's back. So I do apologize for not seeing that in an open mind, in an open way. So yeah, I just want to say that because a lot of people came for me. And then Zach responded to a series of notes on his Instagram, and it says, "To be honest, I was taken back when I was invited to be part of the docu-series. At that point in time, my friendship with Stephanie had not matured, and her request did hurt me a little because at the time I thought she wanted to use us for business reasons. Out of my own frustration, as well as simply validating a friend's, Nick's feelings, I said, I wonder who her actual friends are. That wasn't meant to imply that she had no friends for the sake of being cruel, but questioning a newly maturing friendship with her. At the end of the day, my words were hurtful and do not represent how I feel today. I had apologized to and supported Stephanie privately, but because my words were taken out of my permission to publicly hurt and humiliate someone, I felt like I had to make a statement." A lot of people have been reaching out to see if I gave Nick permission to use screenshots of our private conversation in his video. Absolutely not. The conversation about Stephanie was prefaced by Nick saying, "Between you and me, what do you think?" At the very least, publicizing conversations past at this point is ethically as well as morally questionable. Take on what happened. Nick never liked Stephanie from the beginning. It was obvious, and he stated in his response, "In my opinion, Nick had already decided on two ways the collab would work. With that in mind, none of Stephanie's responses were going to satisfy Nick because I didn't think she wanted to spill the tea in this setting. As soon as the camera cut our three-way collab, I immediately asked Nick why he was trying to expose Stephanie and that the tea channels would certainly be uploading titles like Nikocado making Stephanie Sue feel uncomfortable for 5 minutes straight. If he were to upload the video, minimally edit as he normally does for his mukbangs, he didn't understand why I was taking this position on the video until he watched the footage himself. The next day, I would have been shocked if the collab still happened based on how uncomfortable Nick made Stephanie the night before. So the cancellation came as no surprise to me. By the time Nick asked Stephanie for a reschedule in the group chat, he had already texted me privately saying that he was going to expose her. This leads me to believe further that his main priority was to simply expose her all along. A video with all our texts from the day the collabs were canceled have been posted. As you will see, Nick became increasingly aggressive as I didn't want to join him on condemning Stephanie in private. These texts demonstrate how difficult it is to voice an opposing opinion to his. Whenever I would disagree with him, I'd always have a looming fear he would get mad and use it against me. In my opinion, these are the only relevant private text messages which should be shared, as they are actually about the event in question, not from 3 months ago." And I'll put the text that Zach also put on his story. Even Zach said that if he didn't have an opinion that was in agreement to Nick's, he would always have a fear that Nick will get mad and use it against him. And it seemed to me that Nick had a priority of exposing Stephanie. This whole thing is just so messed up. All these things are coming out, like Zach's story and then Trisha's side of the story, and Carly said what she had to say about the situation, and all these sides are coming up about this story. And do you know, my advice to these YouTubers is to just handle this off of YouTube. And I'm pretty sure Zach posted his statement publicly because this is all going down publicly and they're not addressing this outside of YouTube. Or maybe they are, I don't even know, but they're making everything public. They're making their business everyone else's business, and I just wish that these people will just settle this drama outside of YouTube, because it is just petty at this point. Nick saying that this is going to ruin his life and his sponsorships and everything like that, and at the same time Stephanie, her opinion is also valid about being scared of Nick, and now Zach saying that he's in fear of Nick if he had a opposing opinion that wasn't agreeant to his, and all these people are coming out with statements that are kind of against Nick, and it's just this whole thing. And I just wish people, I mean, these are adults talking like this, and I just wish they would settle this outside of YouTube. So now I don't know what to think anymore. I'm not on anyone's side in this situation. I'm trying to see the situation like unbiased as possible, because I don't know who to believe anymore at this point. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, also, I wanted to talk about Nick throwing his friends under the bus. In my video that I made, I said I hope Nick asked his friends for permission to use those text messages in his video. That's all I said. I said because it looks like he just threw them under the bus and brought Zach and brought Carly into this situation, and I hope that he asked them first. And as Zach stated, he did not ask them first, and I feel like Nick just did anything that he could to just defend himself, and if it meant throwing his friends under the bus, that meant it. And to be honest, it made Zach look really bad, and it made Carly look really bad in the voice memo that he showed.
Then Zach says, I feel like Stephanie is trying to get involved in the drama without being involved in the drama. When she pitched the idea to me earlier, it threw me way off. Let me repeat that to you again. I feel like Stephanie is trying to get involved in the drama without being involved in the drama. And then he sent me a screenshot of his text messages with Stephanie. And this is what it says. Zach says to Stephanie, it's really up to Nick since I wasn't even involved to begin with. And then Stephanie goes, I think I'm gonna do it regardless with her since it all started with Shook Bang and her, and then I was personally brought into it. I would obviously love it if he got involved with me.
It's like they put you in an uncomfortable position because they FaceTimed you with like both of you together, and that puts you in an uncomfortable situation because you can't say no, you look bad. It's kind of like, I think she knew what she was doing. She seems very manipulative, like manipulating her way into people's heads, and she also manipulates viewers. But I think that's like me being like me knowing that you and Trisha are collabing and being like, hey, can I hop in your collab? Like, even when someone asked me that on Instagram, I was like, I don't know, like, maybe. I would never invite myself to, like, someone else's collab. I think it's so rude. I don't even like asking people to collab unless, like, they're on my level or, like, they've been my friends for a long time, because it's just uncomfortable. Like, this is people's money business. This is some serious shit. Like, yeah, it's friendship, too, but, like, that business, like what you're doing with Stephanie Sue, is straight up business.
Yeah, it doesn't make his friends look good. That's the type of person Nick is. Like, he would throw his friends under the bus just so he can clear his name, and that's a very selfish move in my opinion. And this whole situation is probably the messiest, like one of the most messiest things I have ever seen on YouTube, aside from the whole James and Tati situation. The James and Tati situation was by far the messiest thing in 2019. But honestly, I feel like this comes second because it is really messed up. And I don't think this drama is stopping now. I think this is just going to continue throughout 2020 in my opinion. But maybe this will come to rest. Who knows? But yeah, that's basically all I have to say. So like this video if you like this video, subscribe if you want more content from me, and I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Bye guys, love you.